I'm in conversation with the well-known astrologer, Mr. K.N. Rao, on astrology in Russia. Sir, why do you think there's so much interest in astrology in Russia?
You see, I will answer it in two ways. First is, in the late 80s of the last century, one Russian Indologist used to come to me, and he once said that in Russia there was a strong mystical tradition like India. I found it difficult to believe because we all were brought up in an era when USSR dominated. In 1980 also there was USSR when this man had come to me. But I remembered a book of Rahul Sankrityayan, Volga to Ganga. There some sort of reference was made to the mystical tradition. And I also remembered some Bhagavatkar saying that some area, perhaps known as, perhaps I am not sure, Kimpurush Khanda, has also been identified as Russia. But in any case, it is very easy to believe that Russia and India would have had some links through Siberia and all this, and it may have come. Mystical tradition in Russia, I could believe also for a second reason. Even during communist Russia, USSR, even during communist Russia and USSR, they had during Stalin's time in 1936 come out with Kirillian photography. Now, Kirillian photography is a photography of the aura of human beings. If you believe in aura, you believe in mysticism. So I said I could believe that. Then I had no direct experience of Russia, but I went to Russia first time in 98, and after that I have gone 12-13 times. I have gone 12-13 times. And I found keenest interest in astrology in Russia because of the tradition of mysticism. And the tradition of mysticism is there because Russians have believed in lots of saints. Even today when Russians come to me, they give me some presents of photos of some saints. So a country which believes in so many saints, a country which has produced so many saints, has to have a tradition of mysticism. And when you have a tradition of mysticism, you believe in occult sciences, particularly astrology, which is the biggest of the occult sciences. That is the reason. And in Russia, when I went there, some people have come for readings, and the questions they put also revealed that mystical side of Russians. In my last visit, for example, one woman approached me, invited me to her house, and she said, I was her father in her last birth. Now, belief in transmigration of souls, belief in rebirth is always linked to mysticism. And when there is belief in mysticism, there must be belief in astrology. That is the one reason. And the second reason is, Russians, unlike people in other countries in the West, have not become such terrible extroverts. Astrology, belief in astrology gets linked to introversion also. And introversion is partly a result of belief in mysticism.
Sir, there are so many people in Russia eager to learn Vedic astrology. Many have adopted astrology, what we have found in our course, international course also. Enthusiasm is there. What is your advice to them?
Well, my advice is always, you are living in totally changed times. The astrology text we have were written in agricultural pastoral times. In modern times, you have to put a modern interpretation on it. And don't take the conservative approach which many astrologers take. Take a horoscope, understand the principle given in a classic, modernize the whole thing in the context of the country in which you are living. Keep on collecting horoscopes, keep on observing them, and you will see them. For instance, in Russia, multiple marriages is a common factor. In Russia, teenage pregnancy or premarital pregnancy or what you call single parent motherhood, single parent fatherhood
Very common.
is very common. Now don't look upon it as from a puritanical angle and condemn it. Accept it as a fact of life, as a fact of your social life, and look at this phenomenon, why it has happened, and then give the reading. So unless you modernize astrology and apply these principles according to the context of your own country, your socio-economic conditions, you cannot make a very effective use of astrology.
Sir, there are many students who have learned astrology from you. They have turned into teachers and opened school. I believe there are some schools in your name, many of them rather, in Russia. What is your advice to them?
Well, first is, teaching is always very good, where once you begin to teach, your learning increases, because you are multiplying, you have to prepare every time to teach, so you have to keep on doing it. So read thoroughly, don't mislead, don't come out with any fanciful theories. Teach what is based on your own practical experience after understanding the text. If you do that, it's okay, otherwise it is cheating.
Sir, one of the groups who had come to our International Vedic Astrology program in December 2012 has organized a program in Sochi, Russia. And they're very eager to have you there to grace the program. This is in first week of July. And what are your chances of coming there?
I will say at the moment 70% chances of going, 30% not going. The reason is, first is my health is not very good, not very bad also. I can go and teach. I teach in Bharati Vidya Bhavani now, so that is not a big problem. But going to a new place, the Vaishnava food that I take, getting that, sleeping in time, getting up in time, and teaching in long stretches can cause some strain. So I will think about it. 70% chances are there in going, but I am not very sure. But if I go, well, I will teach as usual. If I don't go, there are others, very good teachers coming there.
Sir, Mr. Mark Boney and myself, we have confirmed to that we would be coming. And we would like that you come along with us, but that is what we have planned. Hopefully that works out. So what I would like you to comment on Mark Boney and other teachers.
Now you see, it's okay. Even if I don't come, if you two are there, the course will be highly successful. The reason is both of you are teaching in the direct method which we have evolved. You know, in India, astrology was taught and is also being taught in many of the Sanskritic institutions by rote. That is, you have to memorize shlokas, quote it, and the greater emphasis has been on karma kanda than on actual practical astrology which the world needs. Now both of you follow the direct method of enunciating the principle, explaining it, then taking up series of horoscopes and explaining. You are well known already, you have gone and taught so many times there. As to Mark Boney, let me tell you, he is, if not the best, one of the 2 or 3 best astrologers doing Hindu astrology in USA now. He is brilliant, absolutely, very original. Hello. You see, our method of teaching is direct, which is what we have evolved. It goes into some stages. Stage 1 is we tell the astrological principle. Explain it in a very simple, lucid way. Then we take up a horoscope and show it on that. Then we explain it correlated to dasha. The event, the dasha, the yoga. Hindu astrology is dasha and yoga, essentially. And for final analysis, we go into different vargas or divisional horoscopes. Therefore, you and Mark Boni, both of you follow the system. Mark Boni, let me tell you, if not the best, is one of the 2 or 3 best astrologers of USA doing our astrology, India's astrology. He has done brilliant researches. His original mind, has beautiful powers of communication. He writes very well. Among the students I taught in USA in 93, 94, 95, he was easily 2 or 3 best educated students among the 3 best educated students. USA, our astrology courses generally has not attracted highly educated students. Very few of them were highly educated. But Mark Boni has a very high background of education also. Because of that discipline, when he teaches, he combines the discipline of very good education with the original researches and brilliant exposition. He will be a very, very successful teacher, and he will always have many new original things to tell you, like you. So the course will be in any case be a big success with both of you there. If I can go, well, I will try.
Sir, we certainly hope for and we look forward to the visit. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
अब ये रख दी ये